I don't belong here! The panic is attacking me!
Oh, boy.
Golly, Bob, howdy! I'm not a toy!
What did you guys do on Toy Story?
I mostly did concept art, like worked on the visual development part of it. So I did some like preliminary sketches for like some of the world, some of the characters, some of the costume design. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm an animator, so we shared the responsibilities of being a character with the voice talent behind each character.
It's a huge project, I have to imagine. How long were you guys working on it? I mean, you're still here, you're still working on it.
A small group of people get attached to the project since the beginning, so they can go through 4 or 5 years on that same project.
Yeah.
And then you have segmented departments where maybe animation will work 1 year on it, storyboarding maybe a little less than that. So you vary. For me, it was about a year, but then I got attached to work on the Forky shorts after that, so it took me a little while.
So you're a Forky expert, is what you said earlier.
Yeah.
I love the title. I don't know if it's... We have a lot of Forky experts now at the studio. That's great, but I got attached to him in different ways, I feel like.
Everyone, Bonnie made a friend in class.
Oh, she's already making friends.
No, she literally made a new friend. I want you to meet Forky.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
He's a spork.
Yes, yeah, I know.
When you're coming up with character design, do you think about how that would translate into like manufacturing it or into a toy?
It depends. I feel like on a film like Toy Story, it totally makes sense to do that. So we're checking in with toy designers from very early on, just to make sure that, we want to make it, so it's like we have to make sure that it's functional and that it's something that's going to be able to be made. But then on different films, like, working on Coco, like we don't think about that, that kind of comes after, and then the toy designers kind of help us figure out how we're going to do it. But on Toy Story, because they're toys, like it makes sense, and they actually have a lot of really amazing input and like notes, and yeah, they were helping on the designs that we were working on as we were working on them.
That's true. You might even want to, like, if, let's say for another movie, you might want to consult with, like, firemen. If the movie's about firemen or
exactly.
whatever, you might want to consult with, hey, you guys actually make toys. Like, how would this toy work?
Forky was nice because it was different. It was a handmade project, so there was no input of, can this be made? Because we were all using materials that exist, and we were just putting it together. So I felt like it was a nice way to kind of free yourself to those boundaries and just go for it. Yeah, let's make the character first. If we like the design, we would try to find a way to make it work.
Oh, what are you doing here?
No time to explain. Come with me.
We need to get back to our kid.
Aw, Sheriff Woody, always coming to the rescue.
Bonnie needs Forky.
Woody, who needs a kid's room when you can have all of this?
You mentioned that you did some costume development for Bo. What else? I love where she landed, but where else could she have gone?
The idea behind it the whole time was that we wanted to repurpose her pre-existing costume. So we kind of wanted her to, use that and repurpose it and use it as like something else, like a cape or maybe, a lasso, or maybe she kind of tied parts of it around herself to like fix her arms and, on her hair, or maybe she made a new skirt with it. So there wasn't a lot of room for like bringing in completely new patterns or like new material, but we did think about like going further with the stickers, and then maybe we're like, oh, maybe she finds like trash and then like uses that as like part of her costume too, to kind of like camouflage, or like maybe as kids play with her, they kind of put stickers all over her, and then she like always has like a new little thing on her. I really like that idea. Like, I love the sticker thing, or like how after playtime there's like a new added on like item on her, and then she like shakes it off and goes back to her original costume. So yeah, there's a lot of playing around, but then that's kind of like a story point too, and it doesn't always work out. But
I think that's arrived to the extras. I think it's on the DVD's extras.
Oh really?
I think I saw that.
Oh, that's cool. Excited to see that.
You know, you've handled this lost toy life better than I could.
Open your eyes, Woody. There's plenty of kids out there. Sometimes change can be good.
You can't teach this old toy new tricks.
You'd be surprised.
You've worked on other Disney-Pixar projects. How is Toy Story working? How is working on Toy Story different than working on, say, a Coco or something else?
Well, if it is an original that you're working at, you kind of have a little more freedom to interpret the world and like try to explore. If it is a franchise like Toy Story, you have something else on your back. You have people's expectations. You have family members that love that movie, and I felt like on the Toy Story 4 there was a really great mix of people that have worked on the other previous Toy Stories and people that were fresh to the franchise. So I felt like there was a good synergy going on.
Yeah, I think it's strange for me too, because the only two films that I've worked on that have come out have been Coco and Toy Story 4. And they both have carried so much responsibility, because Coco was like making sure that it was culturally accurate, you know, because we kind of had that like in the back of our heads all the time, or not even in the back, in the front of our heads all the time, of like we have to make sure that it's like respectful and true to life, and like we do a lot of research for this. So that was like a big part of it. And then on Toy Story, it's the responsibility that we have on like continuing the franchise and like making sure that the characters are still the lovable characters that everybody knows.
Kids lose their toys every day.
I was made to help a child. I don't remember it being this hard.
Woody, somebody's whispering in your ear.